So we ended on this choice last time, and like I said back then, I think the only choice we have is to cooperate with other masters. Finding them head on just seems like asking to be killed. And even though there may be a secret passage in the church, last time we thought we were hidden, but Archer noticed us either way. So with his perception being so great, I don't think that's an option either. The armed opponents we can take on by ourselves. There are 3 enemies, then we'll need at least 1 more on our side. Just imagine if Shinji is possibly willing to team up, since he would be the only one with actually a servant. But then again, Shiro and Tosuke don't know about Gilgamesh's existence. Also, I do wonder how that plays out now, since I always got the impression that Kutomine actually gave Gilgamesh on loan, so to speak, to Shinji to borrow Gilgamesh, but Kutomine is dead, so I guess that's a permanent contract now. Then there are limited possibilities. People who are Magi and have a reason to fight against Caster. It will be other masters.
父さんが怒らないで聞いてくれ。他のマスターとは協力できないかな。
いいわ。その心は？口にするからには何か算段があるんでしょ？
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだが、今のキャスターの状態は他のマスターにとっても無視できないだろう。なら今回だけってことで手を組めるかもしれないと思って。
ええ、実は私も同じことを考えてた。てっきりシロを反対すると思ってたから黙ってたんだけどね。
She says so unenthusiastically. She must not like the idea, but she must know that's the only option we have.
となると、残るマスターは2人。ランサーのマスターとバーサーカーのマスターね。
Speaking of Lancer's master, we as the reader know that Kotomine was Lancer's master, so I don't know if Lancer's still around, since servant's supposed to vanish shortly after the master's death. But if he is still around, then maybe we can form a contract with him, since he may have a grudge against Caster, since Caster killed his former master.
ランサーのマスターは不明のままだから交渉のしようもないけど、バーサーカーのマスターであるイリアスフィールなら可能性はあるかもしれない。
The circus master. The white girl and the statue-like giant I met on the night when it all began. She sounded dangerous, but I don't think she's cruel.
そうだな。あの子なら話し合いに応じてくれそうだ。見返りに無茶な条件も出してきそうにないし。
バカ。シローにとっちゃあいつが一番ヤバいのよ。あいつ、初めっからシローしか見てなかったもの。私はともかく、あんたはどんな目に遭わされるか分かったもんじゃないわよ。
なんだよそれ。俺はあの子と一度しか会ってないんだ。そんなことになるわけないだろう。脅かしっこはなしだぞ。
そんなことになったら交渉なんて破棄に決まってるじゃない。バカ。
Then Tosca averts her gaze and gulps down her tea.
けど今はイリアスフィールにかけるしかないわね。キャスターの正体がアーチャーの言う通りなら、 間違いなくバーサーカーは天敵だし。
I don't know enough about Gaster's legend in order to speculate on that.
何しろ生前の知り合いだもの。キャスターの手口なんて知り尽くしてるでしょ。バーサーカーならキャスターとアーチャーが同時に攻めてきても追い返せる。私たちはその間にクズキ一人を攻略すればいい。
But how are we able to deal with Kuzuki? He was kicking our ass last time, so I mean he was even kicking Saber's ass last time. I just want to no details yet.
そりゃ理想論だけど。登坂、キャスターはバーサーカーと関係があるのか？
ええ。アーチャーが言ってたのよ。バーサーカーの正体はヘラクレスだって。キャスターが本当にあの希代の魔女なら、アルゴー戦つながりでバーサーカーとは面識があるかもしれない。私が綺麗に苦手意識を持つのと同じ。世の中にはね、どうしたって苦手なやつっているもんなのよ。
Okay, but I'm sure everyone would dislike that priest.
じゃあ決まりだな。けど、どうやってあの子を見つけようか。あれ以来出てこないけど、あれだけの魔力を持ってるなら、隠れていようと見つけ出せるだろ？なのに見つからないってことは、この町にはいないってことじゃないのか。
It's interesting since Eliasville was such a large presence in the first route, but in this route, we haven't seen her at all. It's so different how things ended up just because of a few choices we made.
でしょうね。イリアスフィールはずっと遠くから聖杯戦争を眺めて楽しんでるんでしょう。
ずっと遠く？キャスターみたいに竜道寺から町を監視してるのか？
さあ、けどどこにいるかは見当がつく。昔父さんから聞いたことがあるのよ。アインツベルンは郊外の森に別荘を持ってるって。
She says so with a dense voice. A villa inside the forest. Oscar's expression tells me how dangerous the place is. I go back to my room and lie down. Drowsiness fills my body as soon as I do. I stare at the dark ceiling. We are going to Eliasfield's hideout tomorrow. No matter what kind of negotiations take place, it's obvious that we'll need energy. Oscar said we wouldn't get good results with tired bodies, so we decided to head out after we sleep.
夜明けまであと5時間。そうなったら、あの子と話し合いをしなくちゃならない。
The young master that appeared on the night I became a master. If Saber is a servant excellent in all aspects, Berserker is a servant specialized in battle. There is no servant that can match Berserker in simple combat.
そんな相手と、どう話し合えばいい？
Saying it makes me believe that it's impossible to negotiate with them. But eventually, I don't feel any uneasiness. I think Ilya will understand us if we talk to her. Just like those Sakashi will classify enemy and ally as the makers. But I think she's a proper girl, with all that aside.
まったく、まだ話したこともないくせに、 希望的観測にも程がある。
I bet he would scorn me, saying that it's a convenient fantasy. But what's wrong with believing? Is it wrong to have hope for someone you haven't met yet? I realize that I'm gritting my teeth. The man who told me to drown in my ideals and die betrayed those a guy in front of me. A guy with that much trust and power switched his allegiance so easily.
Archer.
My mind darkens. Now it's freezing. My head cools down thinking about what he did. I'm angry. I can't forgive him for betraying Dosaka. I can't forgive the fact that he cast away his partner. I will swear here, even if that may have been the very best action, and even if it turns out that it was the right choice to survive, I will never do something like that. His actions have been getting on my nerves. He told me not to talk about ideals. I opposed to him when he told me I cannot save everybody. But I agreed with his words somewhere inside of me. His words are correct. The superhero my father talked about is just fantasy. And I accepted the fact that I would have to become like him to get as close to the ideal as possible. Not wanting to do so, I openly denied the idea even though I accepted it in my mind. But this isn't on such a level. I can't approve of him. I can't approve of his action. No matter what the circumstances may be, I won't be able to keep standing if I approve of him.
だから、お前には負けられない。
My words do not disperse into the darkness, but stay in the room. A few hours until dawn. I keep repeating those words even in my sleep. That title versus Berserker doesn't seem like a good thing. She's alone with her thoughts in the darkness. It has been a day since she attacked the church and killed the priest. It has been a day since she declared that she can find it, no matter where it may be hidden, if it exists. It may not be the case for other servants, but there's no way someone versed in magic like her would not be able to find a relic as holy as the Holy Grail. Then, there's only one answer. The Holy Grail was never hidden in this church to begin with. We know all what the vessel is, or rather, who the vessel is. She sighs and puts her fingers to her temple. When she closes her eyes, heavy darkness assails her body. No, it is just a scream. It's not coming from outside. The scream comes from her body and mind, telling her that her fatigue is at its limit. It has been a month since she was summoned. Since then, she had done her best to win. Her master is an ordinary person without a magic circuit, and she is the weakest of all the servants. To make up for that, she abused forbidden magic, collection from the people, the magical string she placed throughout the town, and the control of the ley line using sacrifices. These are all reasons why she was called a witch during her life, but she has never used them before. She should never have used them, and she did not intend to do the forbidden. So, why did she end up using them for a meaningless conflict like this? She became a heroic spirit to take revenge. but she also knows that it is meaningless to use the skills that labeled her a witch. She only uses trivial magic. She only created disasters that cause people to destroy themselves with their own greed. That was all the revenge she could manage. So, what caused her to stray from her path so much?
すべては聖杯のため。あらゆる望みを叶える聖杯なのだから、気が違うのは当然です。
That is a lie. She knows the true identity of the Holy Grail. He already knows what the thing is, and why servants like her are summoned. So, she knows that the Holy Grail is actually a curse. And it's true that most wishes can be granted using the Holy Grail that appears in this town. It will allow her to stay in this world with physical form. And it will allow her to start a second life as a human. But
バカね。そんなことに何の意味があるというの。
saying so, she closes her eyes. She empties her mind. For now, she lets her guard down and rests her mind. She hears the sound of rain. It is a night without moonlight. The surroundings were pitch black, and she wandered with an empty mind. That is where she met him, with Bustin's body and frozen limbs. A chance meeting that was more miraculous than any miracle. It was the mountain where the Ryudo temple is located. Falling rain, she was stumbling aimlessly through the dense forest. She left behind a thread of blood. In her hand was a dagger that breaks all contracts. Her pepper robe was wet with rain, and her limbs had turned white from the winter cold. She staggered around, holding on to the trees for support. She walked home dirtied with mud, her breath ragged, reaching out her hand as if begging for help. She did not look like her usual self, filled with cool composure. No, even the amount of magical energy was unlike her. She was exhausted. She only had a handful of power left. For a servant, magical energy is like a lifeline that allows them to stay in this world. But it was all lost. No magical energy was coming from her master. But it was only natural. She had just killed her own master. That was the cause of her exhaustion. Servant Gaster was about to disappear alone as a compensation for obtaining freedom. A dry laugh. It is funny that her body was not able to maintain herself, and that she betrayed her vulgar master. Moreover, it is quite amusing to see how badly she had underestimated the relationship between servant and master. He had done well. Her master was a legitimate magus. He was in his 30s, and a medium build, and had few noteworthy characteristics. He had no will to fight, but dreamed of victory. He was a man that only waited for the other masters to kill each other. The man had not trusted Gaster. He treated Gaster coldly, as she was a superior magus, and he insulted her for being inferior to other servants. She gave up on him after a few days. He acted as an obedient servant and filled the man's conceit. In short, she made him use his command spells for meaningless things. She told him he did not need to command spells. She made him believe that she would be faithful to her master, even without a command spell. It was Hill's fault for believing in her. Then that means that master was very ignorant about how this war works and the contract with servants. The master used his third command spell for a meaningless thing and was killed by Castor at that moment. It was easy. She did not like the fact that the contract with him still existed, so she killed him using the rule breaker. But she had made a mistake. Servants exist using the supply of magical energy provided by the masters, but not just magical energy. Servants are only allowed to exist in this age by being connected with people of this age. In other words, to lose one's master, the passport to this age, means being forced to return to the outside world. But she would not normally be this exhausted. This was the curse her master had left her. Her master did not approve of her, and she was better makers than he was. Therefore, he limited her magical energy to be always below his level. Magical energy level of a mere human cannot keep a servant in this world. She would normally be able to stay in this world for 2 days after losing her master. Speaking of being able to keep servants in this world, I mentioned at the beginning whether or not Lancer was still around, but considering Kodimine's skills to keep Gilgamesh around from the previous war, I think it's safe to assume that he had safeguards in place to keep Lancer around too. I don't know if I read that line. I would normally be able to stay in this world for 2 days after losing her master, but now it was different. Her magical energy was drastically decreasing with every second, and the end was near. Probably a few more minutes. She would disappear if she could not find her next master in that time. She would disappear before she could fight, unable to do anything. She would be a pitiful servant, summoned only to be trampled upon. It was vexing, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. It had always been like this for her. She was treated unreasonably like this all the time. She was always used as a tool, and she was never understood by anyone. Yes, her life was always controlled by someone else. Her mind was destroyed at a young age. To see the hero chosen by the gods. Just for the sake of a hero the goddess of beauty happened to favor. The goddess cursed her to blindly love a man she had never seen. The girl betrayed her father, and she was even forced to betray her own country. There is no memory after that. After everything was over, the girl, who was a princess, was in an unfamiliar country. A girl that betrayed her father, the king, or a man. A witch had to cut apart her own brother and threw the pieces into the sea to escape her native country. And the man who wanted it done cast her aside in order to become king, saying that he could not marry a witch. She was controlled and taken to an unknown country, was marked as a witch, and the only person she could rely on threw her away. That's her origin. There was nothing people can blame her for, and people around her were aware of that. But still, people continued to demand for her to be a witch. An evil to protect the king. An evil to be on the receiving end of all evil superstitions. People wanted a convenient scapegoat that they could blame for any disaster. That's unfortunately how human behavior works. This pattern has never changed. People demand easily understandable evil to reassure themselves of their own goodness. In that regard, she was the perfect sacrifice. The father she could rely on was in a distant country. Nobody defended her, and people correctly blamed her for all the ugly things in the world. They decided that every ugliness was the witch's doing, that they were poor, that they hate others, that humans are ugly, and even that people die. So she merely accepted it. Since she could only live as a witch, she decided to live as a witch. She swore to show them the ugliness of the wishes they demanded of her. If people did not know their ugliness, so be it. They can stay ignorant, go to hell for their own crimes, and suffer forever. They won't be able to get out of hell. They will suffer forever as criminals because they don't know what crimes they have committed. That is the reason for existence. Impose on herself. That is the only role people gave to the girl, to the one called the witch, who never had a free will. But nobody actually wished for such a thing. The same goes for her as well. She seeks revenge against her will without having any wish for herself. Yes, until she met up with a stranger. A rustling sound. She peered ahead even though she was barely able to stand. It's midnight. Who could possibly come into this forest at this time?
そこで何をしている?
It was a heavy voice. He did not have the composure to check who it was. He just thought it was all over. He had no power to use magic. Her purple robe might have looked like a coat, but she was covered in blood. A woman covered in blood was hiding in the rain. And it's obvious what such a person did. Anyone would run away first. What would they do after that? They would either call the police or pretend they hadn't seen it. It did not matter to her, as she could no longer move. That caused the last of her spirit to give out. Her last moment was cold and lonely, just as it was at the end of her true lifetime. Or so she thought. When she regained consciousness, she was in that place. In front of her is that man, the man who she met in the woods.
起きたか? 事情は話せるか?
Those were his first words when she watched the man with blank amazement.
迷惑だったのなら帰るがいい。忘れろというなら忘れよう。
He really sounds robotic. The tone of his voice never changed. That was her first encounter with the master, Kusuki Soichiro. Kusuki was a strange man. Should he be called a ghost? He had no reason to live, but had no reason to die. He was just there, and since he existed, he followed whatever whim took him. He has no self. That was her first impression of him, and she thought it would be easy to turn him into a puppet. She grew to realize that the thought was a mistake. Kosuke Shuichiro does not have a past. He has no self because he has no past, but it does not mean Kosuke Shuichiro is empty. Kosuke was a sincere man. He easily accepted her when she told him she wanted him to be her master, when she told him about her true identity.
このような話を信じるのですか？
今のは嘘なのか？
He accepted it after she told him it was the truth. And the most amazing part was the night they met. As she was about to disappear, he told Kosuke to lay with her. After making a difficult expression, let me ask, do you want it rough or gentle? After that, he made love to her without waiting for her reply. He put it his way. They had sex before the Buddha. It seems rough like a Sarah, but it also seemed gentle like Bodhisattva. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Either way, the contract was completed. She obtained a new master and was able to stay in this world and return to her role of being a witch. She still considers it to be a miracle. She would have disappeared before she woke up if she wasn't taken to the Ryudo Temple. The Ryudo Temple is a demonic place for servants, but it is a perfect summoning place once inside. As the Ryudo Temple is surrounded by a boundary field, it is suited for keeping anything inhuman. She was able to remain without disappearing because she was brought to the Ryudo Temple. Had it been any place else, she would have vanished after being taken there. As a result, she obtained the best ley line and the best protection. She easily occupied the Ryudo Temple, figured out the mechanism of the Holy Grail, and summoned Assassin as the fifth servant. But such things are trivial matters. She was certainly lucky on that night, when the miracle saved her, and she is now on the verge of victory, but they do not deserve thanks. She would have been fine with it, even if those miracles had not occurred. There's only one important fact, a very small matter that is trivial for anyone else. For her, the fact that she was able to meet Kosuke Shuichiro is a miracle beyond belief. But it's not going well. No, she feels that everything she does is not going well. Her master will not be delighted with what she did. She has never had an interest in the Holy Grail. She will do her best to grant any wish of his, but Kosuke Shuichiro has none. A one-sided relationship. They do not get along well. It is not going well at all.
ミイラ取りがミイラになったか。希代の魔女というのも案外脆いものだな。
He turns to the intruder. It is not her master that is standing there. It is the knight in red archer. But his true identity is still unknown.
アーチャー、あなたには外の見張りを任せたはずですが。
ああ、それがな、ざっと見たところ周囲に敵という敵がいない。退屈を持て余してね、中の様子を見に来たのだ。
それはそうでしょうね。私たちの敵はバーサーカーだけよ。それもセイバーさえ陥落すればこちらから打って出るだけ。 あなたが私たちに寝返った時点でもう敵なんていないのよ。
So does that mean that Lancer is gone?
あなたもそれが分かっていたからこそこちらに着いたのではなくて。
さてどうかな。私はあのマスターと契約を切りたかっただけとは思わないか。あのマスター以外なら契約者は誰でもよかったと。
There's some truth in Archie's words, but what does it mean? Archie has no intention of betraying, but betrayed his master only because he wanted to break his contract. What does Garen?
そう、小娘のおもりはごめんということ。確かに私たちサーバントは総じてマスターに不満を持つわ。あなたが愛想を尽かすのも当然でしょうね。
I feel like Caster is about to overplay her hand at some point, as she grows too overconfident.
いや、召喚者として彼女は完璧だった。ただ少しばかり狂いが生じただけだ。それとキャスター、一つ忠告しよう。あらゆるサーバントが君と同じだとは思わないことだ。少なくともセイバーとバーサーカーは主に不満を抱いてはいなかった。正しい英雄というものはね、正しい人間にしか刺激できないものなんだ。
何を今さら。ねじ曲がったマスターだからこそねじ曲がった英霊を呼ぶ。そのようなことあなたに言われるまでもないわ。
That is right. Servers are determined by their summoners. Summoners with dark shadows in their mind cannot summon heroic spirits who are on the light side. In that regard, she and Ryder are not heroic spirits. What does this master call for twisted heroic spirits? And Ryder was one that was beautiful. She was also one that was pure. And it's ironic how the servant Gaster summoned is a fictional hero.
しかし考えてみればおかしな話だな。君やライダーは英霊に敵対するものだろう。にもかかわらずサーバントとして選ばれている。まあ聖杯には善悪の区別はない。力のある人間霊なら誰であろうと組み上げるということか。
いいえ、本来そんな英霊としての側面もあるものなんて混ざり物は選ばれない。この戦いがおかしくなったのは3度目からよ。それまでは私やライダーのような英霊は呼ばれなかった。
That does not concern her now. She is not concerned about the true identity of the Holy Grail. Seventh Caster's mission is to win this war. She's not interested in what comes after. Now, to be honest, that is not the end she wishes for.
無駄話はここまでよ、アーチャー。持ち場に戻りなさい。あなたが何を考えているかはどうでもいいわ。あなたはすでに私のサーバント。その命は私の手の中にある。それを肝に銘じて口を聞きなさい。
了解した。では従順なサーバントらしく主の期待に応えるとしよう。
Tonight the rat goes up the stairs. Ninja moves silently. Caster lets out a long sigh. One more day until Saber surrenders. He does not have the Holy Grail yet, but we will approach the end once Saber falls. What will happen when the war ends? Esther will make every wish come true with her powers. It is not bad to live as a witch, like she swore before dying. But the reason will go away once the war ends, even if she still has the will. Her master will lose the reason to stay as a master.
あと少しで聖杯はこの手に収まる。
Esther gracefully reaches out into empty space. Her hard work is about to be rewarded, but her expression is like that of a criminal about to be executed.